Hello everybody, I hope everybody's having a good day, and today we're going to talk about Florida, and we're talking about the tax lien auction. Okay, so Florida is a hybrid. It's both a tax lien and a tax deed state, and but today I'm trying to cover about the tax lien. Okay, so let's get started, and please make sure to follow me and subscribe for more so that you can be notified when I'm doing videos like this, and hopefully it will be beneficial to you. So how a Florida tax lien work? Most counties run online bid auctions, and they start at an 18% ceiling. 18% is the maximum annual interest rate. That's the maximum. Okay, so they have a new thing that's going on. The bidding pushes the rate down from this ceiling. The winning bidder accepts the lowest rate, meaning if I'm bidding and somebody outbid me on a lower interest rate, they are going to be the winning bidder because they accepted at a lowest rate. Okay, 5% minimum guaranteed penalty. So any redemption in a year, one pays at least a 5% penalty on top of the accrued interest. So you heard me say that if somebody they've bid below me, let's say let's get a number, let's say 15%, okay? And I had bid on 18%. If they win on the 15%, remember, this is a tax lien state. And if you've not watched my previous video about tax lien, please make sure that you go and watch it so that you can be able to understand and not get lost. Okay, because the tax lien in Florida, the redemption period is at least 2 years from the date the tax sale was issued. So I will show you an example when I'm showing the visual one. Okay, so the most counties, they always online. Remember, I said most. So the person who won it at 16%, if any redemption in year one pays at least 5% penalty. So remember, we took a number 16 on top of the accrued interest. So look at it as the 16 plus 5%, so that will be 21%. Okay, and the redemption window, as you can see, is 2 years. The owner has up to 2 years to pay off the lien before it can move toward a deed sale. As you heard me say, Florida is both a tax lien and a tax deed state. So meaning some of the tax deed sale that you see, they were once as a tax lien, and because nobody bid on it or nobody won, now the redemption period passed, now it turned into a tax deed. So what I'm trying to do, and if you want to do it with me, hey, you can join my community and stuff, but what I'm trying to do is now I'm trying to basically do more on the tax lien, because I've noticed I've attended a lot of these Florida auctions, and what I've noticed is the tax deed, even if the tax lien was probably, I'll show you an example, because if I'm just talking, you're probably not going to understand it, but the tax deed, they might say it starts at 6,000 or 4,000, but it literally sells up because the investors, they running for it. You get what I mean? But if I had invested it as a tax lien, I would have had more opportunity to get it as a cheaper price compared with it being as a tax deed. Okay, everybody has different strategy, but that's just the strategy that I have. Zero foreclosure rights for lien holders. Florida liens never convert to ownership directly. Only a county run deed auction can transfer the title. Okay, so like I said, it always a lien before it turns into a deed. What happens when the 2 years run out? The lien holder can request the county schedule a tax deed auction, but from there, it's a spectator, not the buyer of record. Anyone can bid at this auction, including the original lien holder, but holding the lien carries no special claim to the property itself. Did you understand that part? I will repeat it, and probably I'll kind of explain it. The lien holder can request the county schedule a tax deed auction, but from there, it's a spectator, not the buyer of record. Anyone can bid at the auction, including the original lien holder, but holding the lien carries no special claim to the property itself. Just because you won, don't mean that you get fast dibs, okay? Anybody can bid on it. Even the owner can bid at the tax deed auction as a spectator, okay? So from delinquency to the deed, like I said, we're doing tax lien for Florida, but like I said, Florida, it always stands from a tax lien to a tax deed. Make sure you watch my previous video that I've explained tax lien and tax deed. But these are the 4 stages a property can move through once taxes go unpaid. And this one, it basically goes to for a lot of states. California, no. California don't do tax lien. They just go straight to tax deed. So there's some states that don't go through the tax lien first. They'll just put it like a tax deed state. So every state decide how they want to do it, okay? And this one has been going on for over, I think, 200 years. Don't quote me, but it's been going on for a long time. So stage 1 tax lien auction, it always happens between May to June. The property goes delinquent and its lien is offered at auction with an 18% bid down rate and a 2-year redemption clock. The bid down rate is the one that I told you that if somebody can win probably 16 lower than the person with the lowest one wins it, okay? Stage 2, June to July. We're in July. County held leftovers. So the ones that were left from May, from the auction May to June. Unsold liens revert to the county and are sold over the counter. No bidding. It is sold at the full 18% rate. Okay? So even if you attend this auction and you don't get nothing, you can wait right now, okay? But the tax deed auction is actually year round, and I will show you, and they have a lot. And I will show you how we can use this mapping tool to be able to see all this stuff, okay? Once redemption expires, the county runs a deed sale, roughly 90 to 100 auctions a month. Open to any bidder, no redemption period attached. Remember, with a tax lien, you notice there's a redemption clock. With the tax deed, there is no redemption. County held deeds, they are ongoing. Deeds nobody buys at an auction become county inventory and is listed under Florida's Land Available for Taxes program. And I will show you how you can be able to use this mapping tool to be able to get. So I do not want to hear no excuse that hey, Miss Stacy, I can't buy land. I don't know how to buy land. I am giving you the tools. Of course, if you want mentorship, that one is separate. You will have to pay me for my time and my knowledge, okay? But this is free and you can be able to start, okay? Reference point, as of May 16, the current cycle sits at stage 1. Auction opens in the coming weeks. Of course, auction opened by the time you're watching this video. Now we'll just do the county held leftovers and the tax deduction, and I will show you, okay? Not covered here are the mortgage. I'm not covering the mortgage foreclosure sales, okay? They run their own separate calendar year round, and they add another large layer of the inventory beyond the tax lien and the tax deed system. So when you see me doing it visually, I am not going to cover the mortgage foreclosure sales. Those are a different ballgame. So this is how the funnel goes, okay? The supplies shrink at every stage, because remember, look at yourself as an investor, and it's several people doing it too, okay? Tax lien, May and June. Of course, there are hundreds and thousands of liens statewide, condos, everything, name it all. Land, vacant land, properties, and all that stuff. County held leftover liens, those ones are added June to July. So they're always between 40,000 to 100,000 liens. Florida is big, and they have a lot of tax liens available, and you'll be able to see the tax deduction is always 90 to 100 sales a month, but it's thousands of properties, because remember, we're talking about different counties, and the county held deed lands are available. Those are leftovers, nobody bought them, and it's only a few, but if you're ready to jump on it, I will show you how to get started, okay? Fewer than 1% of the properties that entered this pipeline ever reach the bottom tier. Most activity and most opportunity happens at the top two stages, okay? So these two stages here, you will get something the bottom two, but not as much as the top two, okay? So this was the 2026 season by the numbers. They advertised 513,792 liens advertised statewide. That's the whole state of Florida, counting only what was still active the day that the lists were pulled, okay? Liens on improved property, 343,539. Delinquent taxes owed, more than 2 billion. And this is just on this year auction cycle, okay? Combined county assessed value, everything 137 billion. And already redeemed. Remember, with a tax lien, they're given the redemption period and stuff, and not only that, they get notified. So out of the 343,539, 33,148, I think almost 10% was already redeemed. Maybe the owners came and paid what they were owing, and then projected to reach auction is almost that, okay? So I will show you the visual for it, okay? There you go. This is a snapshot of the largest counties. The Miami-Dade, they advertised 37,000 liens and 37,000 still active. Share with structures is 92.5%. So those are the ones with structures, meaning improved properties and stuff. Land, buildings and stuff. Lee County's 30,000 still active was 27,000, and share with structures is 40%. Hillsborough, 27,000 still active, 20,000. And St. Lucie, this one, a lot of people don't check. This is where I'm doing, okay? I've done my research, and I'm gonna start doing St. Lucie, and I will show you these four on the mapping tool in a visual aspect so that y'all can be able to understand it, okay? Why does this matter? The same statewide average hide every different local pictures county by county comparison is where an auction strategy actually gets built. Miami-Dade liens are overwhelming on improved property, condos, and dense residential stock. Liens, Lee County is the opposite way, with more, it has more vacant and undeveloped land. So if your strategy calls for vacant land, go with Lee County. If your strategy call for improved, go with Miami-Dade, okay? And this is one state, but they have many auction platforms. And I know nobody gonna remember all this. So I will show you how I use the mapping tool to be able to do all this, okay? The lien hub, that one is the, like I had said, with tax lien, every state, every county, they decide how they want to do it, okay? They decide where they want to host their auction. With Florida, lien hub is the most, okay? I'll probably do a video. That one will be in my private community. That one I have to make some money too, okay? Free is expensive, but I'll have the people in my mentorship, they can be able to know, or I will see, maybe, let me back that up. I'll see if I'll do a video about the lien hub, but they host 32 counties statewide. Remember, we're talking about Florida, okay? Real Auction hosts 13 counties. Zeus Auction It just, I think it's only one county, St. John County. In person auction is Union County. And as you can see, is the only county that does in-person auction. Like I told you, every county, they decide how they want to do their auctions, okay? Tax certificate sale run auction for 17 counties. That one has been unchanged from last season. Regional counties, Leon and Marion County have their own portal. And Manatee County portal. So, like I said, everywhere does how they want to do it, okay? So I will be able to show you some of these counties, and I will show you, of course, I've put here London site, because this is the only platform that I use. One search across every county, every platform, and every property type. Tax lien, leftovers, certificates, tax deed, auction, and over the counter. It's all in a single place, and it's updated. As they're being redeemed, they are being updated, okay? So instead of you like, oh, I want to do this county, I want to do that county. If you have this land on site, it will be easier. And let me show you the visual for it. As you can see, with that large number, searching every county isn't practical. And I know we all busy and stuff, so doing it on one platform, those, as you can see, I showed you, it's 7 of them. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So instead of you searching all of them, let me show you how London site can be able to help you. Okay, I'll put the website down there below, but there it is, London site. Oops. Let's go on map. It's loading. So here we are now, okay? Remember, we looking for Florida. So, sorry, let me go back real quick. Here's the auction calendar. Oh, Lord. Okay, there you go. So, remember I said Florida, there's tax deed, foreclosure, and tax lien, okay? The tax lien are annual, May and June. So since that one already passed, we're in July, okay? Those ones, we will get them over the counter, okay? So we'll come over here and just put tax lien auction. So the tax lien auction already passed. Let me show you real quick. So remember when I had said the tax lien auction has passed, now they're over the counter, okay? It's not an auction no more. It's OTC, over the counter. You and me can just be able to go there and we can be able to buy. Today is Friday. As you can see, they have some online auctions available, okay? They have some online auctions available. Make sure when you're looking, we're not looking at foreclosures. Like I said, this one we're not discussing about foreclosure. They are heavily on foreclosure too. So we trying to see the tax deed and see, as you can see, they have some tax deed. These ones are the ones that wasn't redeemed. So we just gonna choose one. Let me come over here and just put tax deed option real quick, so that it can kind of just show us tax deed and not everything else. We filtering it. That's the good thing with it. You can filter to your satisfaction. What do you want? So July 28th. I will just choose. I don't know when y'all would have seen this one, so I'll probably do a video for August too, okay? Just subscribe for more so that you can get notified. But probably let's say let's just choose map. Let's look these map parcels that they have available. Okay, these are active auctions going on right now. So if you choose it with the map, that's the good thing about it. If you choose it with the map, you can see like that. But if you choose it with a list, make sure you say only parcels available from this auction, because if we say in Bay County, they're going to show us the foreclosures. They're going to show us everything that they have on their database. So you have to be specific of what you want. Okay, so if we choose this one, one second. So if we choose this one, it's literally telling you that's the parcel number. This is the parcel identification number. If you all notice, it's kind of similar. It's just missing the last three. Okay, the name, the county, the availability, the sale year, the amount that's due. Look at that. That's a 5.14 acres. Let's look at it. I'll just choose probably 2 or 3 so that we can go through it. Ooh, this one looks like a no man's land, but let's see. Opening bid 2,867. I personally wouldn't get that, so let me choose a different one. Okay, let's look at this one. Okay, this is a tax deed auction. This is a tax deed auction. I'm gonna go through one, not one, probably 2 or 3 or whatever. Let's just go through this one. Okay, as you can see, there you go. It tells you it's 0.38 acres land and structure. We'll see that there's a structure over there. We can open the panorama view. And if this is something you're interested in, please make sure you subscribe and you get this land on site, the mapping thing, because I'm showing you in real life how to navigate through it and how to use it. Okay, so as you can see, this is the house. With today's technology, we can literally zoom through it and see. There you go. There we go. We can turn around and see. Yep, there's people living there. As we can see, there's people living there. And we come over there. Look at that. It literally telling you the research links right there. So you can come here and get all the information that you would like. Okay, the estimated value, ARV, the estimated is estimating 312,000. That's after repair. Okay, after repair, after you repair, that's the estimated comps. Okay, like there's estimated rent and stuff. If you click the sales comp, this is where the number was taken. Okay, you can see that's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath. The neighboring 4-bedroom, 2-bath with almost the same square footage. As you can see, 310,000. So as you can see, that's where the comp sale report, that the stuff that have been matched around. Okay, and the radius and stuff, that's the ones that are, if you decide to sell and if you decide to rent it. You see that? So this one is a rental property. If you see here, this is the rental comps. It's showing you, and if you decide to sell it. So the starting bid is 4,300. So meaning that's the minimum that, let's say if you're the only one, let's pray you're the only one, because at the end of the day, other investors are bidding with you too. So if you end up bidding and you win for that 4,300, the value of it is 56,471. But after the cost and repair and everything, you can sell it for 312,000. We all know that's a good deal. That one, we don't even need no rocket science to think and all that, because if you're buying it for that. And remember when I told you that it always starts as a tax lien? Look at that. If we would have bought it as a tax lien in 2023, we would have paid $742,000. Oh, sorry, $742. If they didn't redeem it, we could have bought it again, $835. Every year, remember. If you remember what I just showed you, it's a fast count. Just because you the lien holder don't mean that you get the fast dips. But if you would have gotten the lien for 2023, 2024, 2025, of course, now you could have gone through the foreclosure process, the redemption, and now the city, the county wasn't the one to sell it. You see the difference? So 1,160 plus 835, that's almost 2,000, 2,742. They probably, but anyway, as you can see, there you go. You see that? So that's why you heard me say I'm leaning towards the more on the tax lien. And if you want to do this with me, hey, I think I'll put my information there. I'll have a free community and a paid community, okay? So I'll put the link for the free community. Just join there in case you have any questions. And then I'll have a paid community, okay? Anyway, let's continue. There you go. You see that? And there goes the option side. Let's click it. Do you see that? Lien Hub. So instead of you going straight to the Lien Hub, and let me tell you why you still need something like this. I use Maps.Orlando side. I'll tell you why you need something like this. Because when you come over here, let's just say auction schedule, okay? It'll let us know the list of properties with delinquent taxes, everything. It's letting us know everything, right? But I don't know if I can sign in. One second, let me try and sign in on my account. So there, I do have an account. There it is. There is my account. But let me see something. Because you have to attach your bank account information. That's why I say it will have to be a separate video for that. Okay, so this is what I wanted to show you. Do y'all see this? We're still on the Bay County, right? These are the reports. These are the account numbers and stuff. So let's just say this is the face amount and everything. So even when you click on it, it gives you the description and stuff. But they hoping and knowing that you have already done your due diligence to know what you're coming to do. So don't just come over here and do this, because at the end of the day, you have to come and done your due diligence to know that is this something that you're interested in bidding and all that stuff, okay? So that's the difference, okay? At the end of the day, ooh, there you go. It literally, it will tell you the auction summary and all that stuff, the winning bids and everything, number of submitted bids and all that. That one was a certificate sale. That's why I say this is a different video that I'll have to do. Let's go back to this one. But the auction side, we can register for this one. This one is on the tax, real tax deed online. And if you want to register, you can come over here and register. Of course, I have an account already, so I don't need to register. You can click the auction, so it will literally take you. As you can see, I already have an account. It will take you where you need to register and all that, and then you can even see the advertised list, okay? So it literally showing you what's coming up. So I don't know if I'll have enough people who will be interested in this one for Florida, so that I can have some people that we can probably do it with, okay? But anyway, I'm publishing this video today, so hopefully I'm gonna get enough people. If you've watched it and you're interested, just put there interested. But as you can see, I think it's 7:28. Let me see, 7:28. That's on a Tuesday. I'll probably do a live, and I'll probably do it in the community. Like I say, I'm opening that community to be free, so I'll put the link there. Y'all can join if you're interested in stuff, and we can be able to see in real life how it's going, okay? As you can see, it gives you the address, but it don't give you the whole glimpse like here for you to be able to see everything that you're bidding on. Okay, that's why I emphasize on having this mapping tool, because here this is the platform they choose to host their auction, but they have anticipated that you have already done your research and you already know what you're getting yourself into. Okay, so there you go. As you can see, these ones are already redeemed, so probably by Tuesday we'll see if they still there. As you can see, these are the only ones left. If they want to redeem, hey. But if they don't redeem, the opening bid, it's always start that low, but I've attended several, it always go higher than that. Okay, but y'all can just join and we can just watch so that y'all can be able to see how it's going and everything. Okay, so let's see, that's one. I'll probably add it to my favorites so that we can see. The good thing with that, you can add it to your favorites and you can be able to see. Hold on. What do you mean the building is $2? Oh, because it's vacant. Let's look at that. They have some good ones. Don't worry, this is a foreclosure. Anytime you see, oh, this is a tax lien. Oh, never mind. Foreclosure is purple. My bad. There it is. That means there was a property, but there's no property there no more. Let's open the panorama. This is what I like, because when you open the panorama view, you can be able to see completely. It looks like it's that. Let's see. This is a good area. When is the tax lien auction for? Honey, no matter what the tax lien auction is, I am not getting it. I did not just see. Look at that. Yes, we could buy it online, but let's just see. No, I don't want to go to my lien hub because my personal bank information. Look, the amount due. Nah, I am not paying that. Let's go back. But again, like as you can see, you can be able to zoom. That's what I like about it. Like you can be able to zoom and see. Ooh, that's a parking lot. Is this a year? Let's see. That's a foreclosure auction, okay? So we're not worried about that. So another thing I want to tell you, the green is the lien. These are not active auctions right now. We are focusing on the deed, because when I pulled up the list here, you're seeing they were all deed status, okay? So when you're looking over here, sorry, let me come back to the map. We're looking at the deeds, okay? And the deeds are in blue. Now you're seeing the difference when you open the map. You can be able to see. Let's look at the one. That's a foreclosure. Nope, I'm good. That's a foreclosure. So, but these are the lists that shows on the bay, okay? And these are the lists that we have over here. Of course, it has everything, but as you can see, some have already been redeemed. The owner has redeemed it, okay? So let's come to another tax lien auction. So anytime there's an auction, it will be orange, okay? Active auction, but you just have to make sure it's a tax deed auction, because as you can see, a foreclosure auction is an auction. It will be orange too, okay? And you just have to come and do your due diligence. Let's look at this. This one, the opening bid is 3,900. That's not bad. yeah, so again, so if that's something you're interested in, you will just come over there. When is it? 7:28, 10 o'clock. Real tax deed online. You have to go register. That's the parcel number, and that's the taxes due. Remember, tax deed auction. They just auction it for the past due that the person is owing. Meaning, it was on a redemption tax lien status, and because it wasn't, now the county is selling it as a tax deed. If you heard me say that I'm going now doing more tax lien, it's because of this. You can get it much cheaper on a tax lien rather than the tax deed, but that's just my preference. Everybody is doing everything differently, and make sure when you do that, you always have to search this researcher link, and you can be able to click all those different stuff to be able to know everything that's going on. When you click on it, it will give you the report of that property, okay? The valuation, homestead, everything you need to know, okay? Just make sure you're using all these research links. It will kind of help you, because at the end of the day, you're doing it. You know what? You know, it's over. You seen that? If it wasn't over, you could have been able to buy it as a tax lien certificate, okay? And remember, you buying the debt, but if they don't come and pay and redeem it, you could be able to foreclose on the property for the amount that you have paid at the lien auction, okay? So there you go. I think I'll show you one more. No, let's see. We're just choosing any, okay? Oh, I like this one in the beach. Let's see, what is that? Are they really saying this property right here? Sorry. It's just funny. Let's look at this one. There it is. This one, the opening bid starts at 10,000. This is a tax deduction. The estimated ARV 372, and this one is happening 8/11. And this is it right here. And sometimes you want and there it is. As you can see, there goes the property. So you can either choose. I like seeing it in there like that, and there it is. And also the other thing I want to show you with this, you can choose either if you want the satellite or you just want map, okay? If you get overwhelmed with the satellite, you can choose if you want map, and there you go. So again, let me close all this because it gets confusing. No! There we go. So, there you go. And also, just recap, you'll come there on Florida. Oh, let me show you something. We'll come over here. When we click list search, here, you could choose just Florida. And then you can choose whatever county, okay? I can remember, I think that was Bay County. Oh, Lord. Bay County, all inventories. All possible types, all available. As you can see, you can decide to filter it to the best of your ability, what you want, okay? Do you want all inventories, or do you want over the counter, or do you want upcoming? As you can see, they're even showing you the foreclosure and the tax deductions and the dates, okay? So even if you choose all inventory, it gives you, you can specify to your satisfaction. Okay, you can specify to what you want. And also, like I said, make sure that if you choose the inventory, you can be able to check the upcoming options. You can be able to filter it. Okay, you can filter it to what you like. But I hope that was helpful, and if you all have any other questions, make sure you let me know. Thank you. Have a good one.